Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to be back in the shop again, getting stuck in to all the jobs that need doing. In the last engine video, I think it was the last one, we had a cursory look at the oil pump, and I didn't have my very good glasses on. I saw a little score line. I didn't think it was that bad, but I thought I'd best come out here and take a better look at it and do some measurements. Check the tolerances between the gears and the wall, and that was pretty good. But as far as the pitting in the walls and the scoring, it was a lot worse than I first thought. And with a little chat on the Facebook group, Mercedes Maintenance decided that's certainly not going back in the car. Obviously, oil pumps. Pretty much one of the most important parts inside there to keep oil circulation going and provide good pressure or good flow, I should say, and making sure that everything gets lubricated. So let's take a look at the old one, and I thought I'd shoot this video because today in that brown box there I ordered a new one, not brand new obviously, but I took a chance on eBay and found one. I did talk to the seller and expressed my concerns about condition and everything, and he said if there's any problem just send it back. He's got a few of them, he said, so we'll hopefully get a good one. Otherwise, I'd love to know feedback on what you think about having the original repaired. And I did throw the idea out on the group about having maybe a billet of bronze set into it and machined out to the correct tolerances. Can't see why that wouldn't be a way to go, but obviously I have to talk to the machinist about that. But first of all, I thought I'd try and get another replacement, and fingers crossed we'll get a good one. Let's take a very close look at the original and see what we got going on. Now, obviously, this is the, as I say, the original pump, and if you remember, well, from the videos, the pickup filter had a bunch of the piston ring debris on there, and at first thought that had done a good job on stopping the main parts going through, which I think it did. But let's take these gears out and I'll show you what I mean. Right, so let's get you right in close there, get the old zoom going on there. Look, see those there you go, that's a pretty good shot of it. See that scoring there, especially that one very close to the inside there, and on really close inspection there's pitting like of the debris that's passed through this thing. On the top side it's not as bad, but it's definitely scored out. The tolerances between the gear blades here and the wall, you just do a cursory measurement here. I don't actually know what it's supposed to be, but this is a 2000ths feeler gauge there. Let's put it all back. Get in there. Again, I'd love to hear back from anyone that knows the specs on this, because I couldn't seem to find the specs on it in the service book. I might not have really looked well enough, but so you can't even get a 2000ths blade between the wall. That's pretty amazing, really. 2000ths blade between the wall and the gear blade. Oh, that one you can. That one you can't, but I can just about get 2000ths, and that's dragging nice, that is. And I would have thought that was pretty good. But let me know what you think. But that's scoring, that's a shame that, isn't it? But anyway, so I was thinking if this had some bronze set in here, just like these bronze bushings at the back here, and then re-machined out, maybe that's a crazy idea, but I can't see why not, really, because essentially in its basic form it's a very simple little thing, isn't it? But love to hear your feedback on that. I'm all ears. And if I don't get much feedback, I'm going to run this down to the machine shop anyway. But before we do that, let's have a bit of fun and unbox the one from eBay. Just come in today, like I say, I've got to do a bit of fun to unbox it. on film. Because you never know, do you, with eBay? You know, it's guy seemed like a good bloke. First of all, when I noticed it in the picture, I did notice some rusty casing bolts, which was a little suspicious. Maybe it sat around for a while. Not overly fussed on the packing, was he? He just kind of flung it in there. So that's a little concerning. So here's the mounting bolts. Let's have a look, shall we? As far as design, actually, this seems different here. You've got a, there's a little different design. There's a hole here, which is not on this one. Whoops, a daisy. But let's dig in it and see. A little concerned about that rust on the outer body there, whether that's an indicator of problems inside. Also, this seems just bigger, altogether bigger. Right. Yeah, right. Look at that. Let's get those gears out and take a closer look. Oh, that's a pain in the butt, isn't it, eh? Yeah, right. Oh, he's having a laugh, this bloke. He's a joke, isn't it, really? Alright guys, I just took the gears out as well. Like this, as pointed out on the group, I posted this on the group when I picked this arrived. A lot of the surface rust on these gears, I agree, you know, we've got surface rust that will probably come off with some kind of rust killing chemical, what have you, underneath all that. So I'm not as bothered about the gears. Okay, so they certainly will, I'm sure, clean up. But the main concern I have is those. Let me try and get you in there. We get focused here. If you can see that score, there we go, that's better. See those deep scores there? Now, I don't know whether you can appreciate it on camera, but those are pretty darn deep, and I can certainly catch with my fingernail on those deep scores. Now, one person kindly offered to do some vapor blasting on this body. It was very kind of them to offer that, but I'm not sure how that's going to cope with, well, certainly clean it up, but I'm not sure it will take care of the scoring, which, you know, it does seem to be two schools of thought on it as far as the severity of it and, you know, the performance of the pump. As a lot of people stated, it's a very simple little thing. It's just a couple of gears and a casing. But here's my thing. I'm erring on the side of caution, really, because obviously with everything going into the engine, bearings, pistons, rings, all that stuff, you know, you want to make sure you're getting good oil pressure. And I don't know of any real way of testing this, bench testing this. I did think about, not so much this one, but the other one is setting up some kind of bench test and seeing what kind of delivery, but you got to know what delivery it's supposed to have, haven't you, in the first place, and I don't know that, or whether that's even a feasible thing to do. So anyway, the guy has kindly said that he would take this back, which he promised all along anyway, and so I'm going to reassemble this. and the body of this one is deeper. Well, what a disappointment. I was looking forward to that. I was hoping that we were going to get lucky. Anyway, you know, when you're taking on a project like this, you're bound to get things like this, aren't you? So the appeal is out. What to do about this guy? I'm not going to waste my time with looking for pumps like that anymore. It's just not worth it, is it? Unless they can verify the condition of the inside with pictures. So, as I say, back on this guy again, if we can have this machine repaired, is this feasible? I talked to Thomas Osterman on the group and he said certainly is. Just need the specs, so if anyone's got that. So anyway, oh well, never mind. See my new crank stand I made? Got some yokes here, 2-inch yokes with lined with some felt and oil on the felt so I can spin this and take my measurements on the crank. It's beautiful. I'm really happy with the way the crank is, you know, it's in wonderful shape. I don't know whether I noted this to you in an earlier video, but the giant nut off of there, the shaft, the crankshaft end here where the harmonic balancer goes, right, out of interest I measured the end of the crank here and measured the inside of the harmonic balancer, right, and that's 0.2, it's 200th of a millimeter interference fit, so that's why that's a bear to get off. It's actually slightly smaller than that, so that's going to be fun putting that back on. What else to show you today? I was kind of anticipating having a good old chinwag about this, but that's a real disappointment. Oh well, that was a bit disappointing, but that's all part of a job like this, isn't it? Coming across things like that and trying to problem solve, chatting with guys like you, and I wanted to thank everybody for all their real great comments, input, encouragement, all that stuff. I try to read all of them and I try to respond to most of them. If I've missed you, sorry, but yeah, it's real encouraging to have people to share something like this with, and I gain knowledge from the comments as well. You know, I get a lot from that as well as I do from the groups. So really I wanted to say a real big appreciation to that. And what we got going on in the future. What we do have, I don't know whether I've mentioned it, but obviously very important part, the oil pump. Another key part that was, I think, responsible for the demise of this engine was the fuel injection pump. Obviously I'm not going anywhere near getting into something like that. Needs specialised equipment, specialist training, and all the Bosch measuring equipment, all that stuff. You know, obviously you have to put something like that out to another shop. So I found through the Facebook groups a company called Fairchild up in Shingletown, I think it is, about 3 hours from me. Now I thought what would be great is to drive up there and meet the guy for a few reasons. I think it'd make an interesting road trip. I haven't mentioned to him whether he'd be up for a bit of filming, but I thought you'd love to see you know, the behind the scenes of an operation like that. Obviously I've got to be respectful of his workplace. If he's not up for it, he's not up for it, but you never know. And also another bonus is that there's no way I'm putting an injection pump in the mail and sending it up there. There's no way I'm doing that. So that's something that's coming up. And as far as the SL, the gold SL, that I'm going to do a little walk around video, give you a big heads up of what's been going on with that and all the work that I've done and my good friend Rick has done to get it through smog. I'm getting rid of those huggy bear wire wheels. They don't look right on an SL, and I feel a bit embarrassed to drive it personally with that. So I've got a few bunt wheels that are not in the greatest shape, so I'm going to get Eric to blast those and we'll have them powder coated, so they'll look pretty much brand new then. Get some new centre caps. So I think that'll really bring the car up, you know. Big thanks to Stone Belvin from the group. He's rebuilt or repaired the odometer on the SL that was giving me a little problem, so he's done that, and that's on its way back, should be back any day. I'll be getting that installed. So that's a little rundown. There's lots of other things I could talk about. I can go on forever, but I'm going to be going down to the wood shop and doing a few wood projects as far as the car is concerned, you know, dashboard, SL parts, all that stuff. But that's all for the future. Really appreciate it again, guys, and if I didn't say it already, Happy New Year, and I will see you in the next one, and I'll get this oil pump sent off to this bloke, and let me know what you think about problem solving something like this. Anyway, thanks all for watching, guys. Please hit like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.